This season's undercurrent of tension isn't just swirling in the bright lights of Los Angeles. It's a seismic tremor shaking the very foundation of the NBA's power dynamics. And at its eye stands none other than LeBron James. Welcome back to Warriors News Fan Report, where raw truths collide with splash-era passion. Smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so your heart never misses a beat. The world watches the rumored arrival of Luka Doncic to the Lakers with wide eyes, expecting the usual fireworks of excitement or LeBron preaching about new title aspirations. But what's actually unfolding behind closed doors is a chilling uncertainty. LeBron's recent cryptic Instagram post alongside Anthony Davis reading, "Becoming the best version of yourself requires many goodbyes," isn't just reflective or poetic. It's a cipher hinting at monumental shifts ahead. Friends and insiders whisper that LeBron is actively weighing his future with the Lakers, eyeing a potential exit that could shake the NBA. To its core, sources suggest Dallas with Anthony Davis, or a sensational reunion with Stephen Curry in Golden State might be on the horizon. For the fans who followed King James from his Cleveland days, these subtle signs are chillingly familiar. Subdued public statements, feelings of being sidelined, and agent talk about evaluating his best path forward, a narrative déjà vu that preludes dramatic career moves. This crossroads is not just a trade rumor. It's the twilight of a career poised to reshape legacy, with every choice a legacy that, unlike the unquestioned mythos of Jordan's final Bulls dynasty moments, or Kobe's legendary Achilles finale, still fights for its defining hallmark chapter. Despite having shattered the all-time scoring record, LeBron's narrative is burdened with last year's first-round playoff exits and an absence from finals glory since 2020's bubble championship, a scrutiny that crushes even the greatest. Fueled by the relentless Goliath comparison to earlier NBA icons. Yet, here's the twist no one anticipated. The Lakers' handling of gold. Vic's acquisition reportedly ignited a rare disenchantment in LeBron, signaling a possible end of an era project from the front office that threatens his influence. And roll a devastating blow for a leader who thrives when empowered, but whose motivation has historically plummeted under disempowerment. As veteran fans recall from his Miami days, when Pat Riley's odd ban on cookies hinted at deeper fractures, culminating in a stunning return to Cleveland. Moreover, the 2017 Cavaliers overhaul, sidelining trusted GM David Griffin and sidelining LeBron's preferences, sparked Kyrie Irving's departure and LeBron's eventual last stand in LA. Now, with his 41st birthday looming large, time's merciless march adds an existential urgency to every decision. While some speculate he may quietly retire after exercising the player option, new intelligence reveals LeBron's vision extends far beyond playing. He's ambitiously launching an international basketball league with Maverick Carter, potentially a $5 billion rival to the NBA, aimed at attracting global stars like Nikola Jokic and forcing the league into unprecedented negotiations, possibly even securing him an ownership stake or monumental influence reminiscent of the golf world's LIVPGA saga. Yet, amid this grand chessboard, the most electrifying rumor kindling the passion of every NBA observer is the prospect of LeBron donning Golden State. Warriors blue and gold, an unimaginable alliance that would not just stun the sports world, but rewrite the chapters of modern NBA rivalries forever. Imagine the shockwaves as the Lakers' fiercest nemesis becomes LeBron's new battleground, transforming every Warriors game into a global spectacle with unprecedented media attention and viewership. This isn't just a dream spun by social media or fan fervor. Insiders suggest concrete scenarios are brewing. Even talks of a trade package involving LeBron and his son Bronny for Jimmy Butler, giving the Lakers a fierce new piece alongside Doncic, while freeing LeBron to chase titles with Curry, Draymond Green, and the already lethal core. This partnership would unshackle the Warriors from aging constraints, injecting LeBron's unparalleled leadership and versatility picture. Draymond orchestrating defense while Curry and LeBron alternate explosive moments, orchestrating a high-octane, A fence that would force all contenders like Denver, Milwaukee, and Boston into frantic front office moves and tactical re-engineering just to keep pace. The synergy of these two generational icons, who have long respected each other's transformative impact on the game, represents an unprecedented fusion of eras and styles, a basketball supernova promising to redefine dynasty in the modern age. Financially, the implications are staggering. LeBron's global brand power would skyrocket the Warriors' market dominance, driving sponsor deals, international broadcasting booms, and primetime slots regardless of time zone constraints. Off the court, the psychological weight of facing a Warriors squad with LeBron as a driving force cannot be overstated. Pressure cooker scenario for playoff rivals as LeBron's masterful game IQ manipulates defenses and sets traps unseen to mere mortals. However, this move invites controversy. Critics warn that stacking the deck threatens league competitive balance, echoing the backlash when Durant joined Golden State, while supporters argue it's just LeBron's time-tested, calculated gamble to secure one last ring. No matter the debate, this twist would revolutionize LeBron's twilight chapters and the NBA's very narrative, turning potential retirements, rebuilds, and dynasties on their heads. Meanwhile, fresh from the international circuit comes another lightning bolt, poised to electrify the Warriors' future. Sotto, the towering Filipino sensation, lighting up the B-League with a blend of raw power, finesse, and court vision. That's already drawing comparisons to great NBA big men. Kai's recent performances, highlighted by a commanding 20-point, 4-rebound, 4-assist showcase against Kyoto, illustrate not just statistical excellence, but a rise in maturity and clutch, gene rare in young prospects. As he edges toward the B-League's exclusive 1,000-point club, while boasting over 500 rebounds and nearly 100 assists, Kai's all-around prowess embodies the kind of modern big man versatility the Warriors crave: a player who can enforce paint, protection, crash boards, and glide into mid-range shots while seamlessly fitting Golden State's fast-paced, space-eating offensive scheme. Dub Nation's online roar is unmistakable, rallying for his signing to bring much-needed physicality and tactical balance to a roster long celebrated for elite shooting, but lacking a dominant presence inside, traditionally a missing puzzle piece given the Warriors' run-and-gun identity. Kai's adaptability, built through diverse international challenges, would enable a smooth NBA transition, complementing not just Curry and Green, but young stars like Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody, anchoring defense and unleashing dynamic offensive sets from the post and elbows. His temperament, highly composed under pressure, ever hungry to evolve, screams Warriors culture, a relentless commitment to excellence that embodies what Steve Kerr's system demands. Signing Kai wouldn't just be a low-risk, high-reward gamble. It would symbolize Golden State's future-forward vision, ensuring the franchise remains a perennial contender as core stars age and playoff battles grow fiercer. Yet, in the swirling drama of LeBron's possible seismic move, Kai's ascent feels perfectly timed, offering the Warriors a tantalizing blend of immediate impact and long-term promise that could cement a new dynasty's foundation, blending veteran experience and youthful vigor. So, as we stand on the precipice of what could be a historic summer, with front offices hustling, stars plotting crossroads moves, and narratives weaving in and out of social media firestorms, the NBA landscape gleams with the potential of one of the sport's most thrilling eras yet: LeBron's defining final act, possibly in San Francisco's colors, amplifying Curry's legacy, while Kai Sotto waits in the wings, ready to burst onto the greatest stage of all. All signs point toward a seismic reshaping of power, legacy, and fandom that only the most die-hard Dub Nation Warriors can truly grasp in their full magnitude. As a lifelong Dub Nation believer, my pulse is racing just riding this, the emotional roller coaster, the strategic masterstrokes, the poignant and entertaining of past and future. It's everything this sport lives for. But is this the ignition point for our next title run, or the crack that splits our legacy? Drop your unfiltered takes in the comments. I'll be right there, heart in hand. The deafening silence of the Chase Center after that bombshell news hit the airwaves is nothing short of surreal. This is a moment that will ripple through the very soul of Dub Nation for years to come. If you're as locked in as I am for Warriors, News Fan Report, smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a second of the drama from the Bay to the Chase Center. Right where we left off, the entire foundation of the Warriors' blueprint is trembling underfoot. And what seemed like the dawn of a vintage Warriors renaissance could instead spiral into a test of survival, resilience, and reinvention. The trade rumors sparked by this seismic shift are not just whispers. They're deafening roars shaking the league's landscape teams circling like sharks sensing blood in the water. Front offices crunching numbers at fever pitch and salary. Caps stretched thin, demanding ruthless decisions that don't just redefine the roster, but challenge the very identity Steve Kerr's squad has painstakingly built. Remember the scars from the 73-9 heartbreak, the way the Warriors learned, absorbed, and rallied to rise again, crafting a dynasty that would rewrite basketball history? Yeah, those lessons are echoing louder than ever in the locker room as tensions simmer beneath the surface, players grappling not just with the external media maelstrom, but with internal questions that cut deeper than any injury. Who's stepping up? Who's slipping away? And maybe the most agonizing question of all, can this version of the Warriors survive the shifting tides? Or is the golden era beginning to fade into a restless night of uncertainty and painful sacrifice? The ripple effects spread like wildfire. Trade bait now includes not just fringe veterans or bench depth, but core contributors whose departures would send shockwaves through the choreography of Kerr's system. The front office is reportedly scrambling to balance the delicate equation of cap space and competitiveness, eyeing both short-term survival and long-term viability, because dumping salary to chase stars, like James Harden or Kevin Durant, isn't just wishful thinking anymore. It's a narrative thread that's growing roots in every heated lobby conversation across the league. And it begs the question, are we about to see a seismic shakeup that could either catapult the Warriors back to the summit or fracture the roster into an unrecognizable patchwork? Think back to the We Believe era, the grit, the hustle, the complete defiance of expectations as an undersized squad toppled giants in the playoffs. Could this moment be a modern-day echo where the Warriors, stripped down and battle-hardened, rally around raw heart instead of star power? Or is the comparison premature, and the looming cause a death knell, signaling the beginning of a painful rebuild? A slow bleed of talent that leaves us scrambling for relevance in a hyper-competitive Western Conference? But here's the twist. No one saw coming whispers of Klay Thompson contemplating a reshuffle of his own future. Could the Splash Brothers' commitment be wavering under the weight of these developments? His locker room influence is monumental, the glue holding not just a lineup, but a culture enviable across the NBA. If Klay pulls back or explores greener pastures, the entire Warriors' identity shatters. Imagine the ripple of shockwaves this would send, not just in Golden State, but throughout the league. Without Klay's calm, clutch presence, Curry's leadership, though nearly mythic, might carry an even heavier burden. And let's not forget Draymond Green, the emotional engine whose fiery passion and defensive mastery have anchored the team through every storm. What's his place in an increasingly uncertain mashup of veterans, emerging stars, and exacting front office visions? The locker room dynamic is volatile, with younger players standing at the crossroads of learning from legends or being pushed into premature leadership roles. And everyone feels the pressure as the Warriors' game plan morphs from a perfected formula into an experimental crucible of trial and error. Coaching strategies must adapt on the fly. Kerr's ingenuity tested as never before, not just from a tactical standpoint, but as a psychologist, mediator, and visionary shepherding a team through uncertain waters. The salary cap constraints are another fierce battleground. How do you keep enough star power to compete when the luxury tax bites hard, and trades demanded to free up space risk a talent drain? Front office conversations are reportedly cycling through scenarios involving package deals, draft picks, and future prospects, all underscored by the urgency to remain in championship contention, but also a pragmatism that acknowledges the brutal realities of modern NBA economics. The 2022 championship run feels both agonizingly close and heartbreakingly distant, like a warm ember buried under the ashes of this current chaos. A reminder of what's possible, but also what's precarious. These aren't just basketball moves on a chessboard. They are the pulse of a franchise at its crossroads. A story unfolding with all the twisting unpredictability of a scripted thriller, but rooted in the raw emotion of human bonds tested by adversity. As the trade markets heat up in front office, chess games intensify. Fans are left clutching threads of hope while bracing for potential heartbreak. The looming question grows louder with every news cycle, every whispered report. Is this the crossroads where the Warriors redefine themselves as a resilient Phoenix reborn from the ashes of lost glory, or the turning point where the delicate balance fractures irreparably, setting the stage for a long, grueling rebuild that will test Dub Nation's patience like never before? And as we stand on the edge of whatever comes next for Dub Nation, I can't shake the question. Are we witnessing the ignition of our next dynasty push, or the fracture that sends it all crashing down? Sound off in the comments, Dub Nation. I'll be right there in the thick of it with you, riding every high and every heartbreak, right here on Warriors News Fan Report. Personally, I've watched this organization navigate storms before and come out swinging, but the atmosphere right now feels different, tinged with that uneasy tension of uncertainty and possibility. Whatever unfolds, we have to remember that nothing gold ever stays the same, and sometimes the greatest chapters emerge from the hardest trials. Let's keep that faith alive together.